Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily uranium technical analysis update. We'll take a look at the charts. I'll give you my financial opinion. And here we go. Let's jump in. So here's uranium. Yeah, we're getting a sell off. Uranium was down today. Everything was down today. It was across the board. NASDAQ, S&P 500, everything sold off. Could this be a pullback? Obviously, it's going to be a pullback. We're in the middle of it. How long is it going to be? It's difficult to say. And this is just stuff you have to live through investing in anything. So the futures down 5.5% today, and that's going to transpire in everything. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust was down today. We were down, actually, I don't know if this is updated, but that's yesterday there, as far as I can tell. Little wick at the bottom. So we got there. Uranium, it looks like it cut it off. Actually, wait. If I go back, I wasn't on the daily candlesticks here. There we go. There's our dailies. But there we are on Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. This is a bearish engulfing. We did pop lower. And again, I would wait for the buyers to step in to turn this around. But it's probably just well, actually, it looks like sometimes we get these patterns where it goes like this. You come up, and sometimes it does like that, and then we go and head off again. But yeah, buyers got to overpower. The sellers overpowered the buyers here and pushed us lower. URNM, it looks like they changed something. I don't know what's going on with TradingView, but that's what I see right here. Obviously, a large down day today, 78.59, very strong reversal. Camco, let's zoom out here. Camco's right at support, so we'll see if this support line holds. That's what we're looking for next. See if the support holds. Bannerman getting sold off today. Again, we're still above the pattern. Everything still looks fine. Could we go lower? We very well could go lower. A lot of momentum behind this selling, so I would suspect it could go lower for a little bit longer. Goviak's getting sold off. We have support kind of where the blue line and the white line is here. We've got Global Atomic. Global Atomic still within the pattern. Everything still looks good. We're just pulling back off its highs. Little wick at the bottom, maybe a little bit of buyers there. Forces Metals coming back down to support. That's what that wick is. Looks like we've got a little bit of support today. And we'll see if there's any more downside left in this thing. But I would be getting ready to potentially purchase very soon. If the buyers step in, I'm in it. I'm in it. PT is Pierpoint Uranium Group selling off today. Still a lot of momentum behind the sell-off today. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to work this stuff off, guys. Deep Yellow, a little bit more sell-off today. I'm just holding on. Just holding on to my shares. Paladin, getting a little bit of a sell-off here. There's our support area. Getting a little bit of buyers there. We'll see if it pops back up next trading session or not. Sky Harbor selling off right to the support line. And guys, how can I say this? This is just normal pullback. There's nothing really big out of this. I've sat through some really disgusting pullbacks. And if you think this is really bad, I mean, you just got to get used to it. That you got to overcome it, in all honesty. But we're coming back to these support lines, and hopefully you're not buying up in this general vicinity. I didn't load up in there, but yeah, this is pulling back to Canalaska, coming back down. Next Gen Energy, it's coming back down towards the bottom end of its channel. It's pretty normal. Baseload Energy selling off today. That one's looking like we could head a little bit lower. We'll see where this thing stops. We got to see where this thing stops around in here. And hopefully we create a higher low. There's a low here, a low here. We don't want to break 50 cents on the pullback. Fission 3.0, looks like it's starting to get a little bit of support down here. That's what the little wick at the bottom is. We'll see if it holds. Fission, bigger Fission. So a little bit of a sell-off today, but pretty much unscathed. A little wick at the bottom, so that's looking better. Kazatomprom right at that support line. We've got Peninsula Energy. Penn MF. It's right at that support line. And even if this breaks down, guys, it just affords us better buying opportunities if it breaks down here. We're above all these patterns. We're above the support line there. That big support line in the blue is this guy here. That's the big boy line. We've got the volume stepping in. Nothing changes here. Nothing changes. So even if we come down in this little area, we're fine. We are absolutely fine. Boss Energy getting a sell-off. Today, it looks like we might come back inside the pattern. We've got International Consolidated Uranium. This guy's coming to a point. We'll see which way it breaks. Looks like the buyer stepped in a little bit there. Lotus Resources pulling back a little bit. We've got Uroy pulling back. It's coming closer and closer to its support buy line, I would say. Encore Energy, another one that fell right inside my circle, saying, hey, if we get back in here, that's a potential buy point. So that's looking actually pretty good. UUUU, right below its support line. We'll see if it holds next trading session. There is a lot of momentum coming down with these stocks. They are selling off quite hard. URG selling off, doing a pullback. We had that kind of overthrow, and looks like we're coming lower here. UEC coming off its highs, pulling on back. Looks like all the cabbage hands are getting sold out of here, guys, and it might take a little bit. It may take a little bit. Now, notice this pattern here, how this thing does this. I've seen this repeat over and over. Maybe we're doing something like that, perhaps. We've got LEU. It's right at support. Hopefully we can hold on here. We've got LTBR. Small little down day today. It's still holding on. ISO Energy right at support. We'll see if it holds. We've got Appia Energy. It's pulling back. This is doing maybe perhaps a full retest move of this breakout somewhere in this range there. We've got Denison Mines coming on down. We're breaking below this resistance line. We've got support underneath it. Oops. And there's the support underneath it there. Blue Sky Uranium getting a little bit more of a sell-off. Again, we don't want to break below 14 cents. We want to hold that area. Forum Energy Metals, yeah, it's selling off just like everything else. We've got Anfield basically flat. We've got Laramide heading a little bit lower. Again, we could come back to this support line down at 49 cents. We got Western Uranium Vanadium, basically flat today. UEXCF right at support. We'll see if the support holds. That's that big blue line going across there. Mega selling off today. We might be coming back to one or two of these circles. We'll see where this thing bottoms out at. Standard Uranium, flat. We've got more of a sell-off in ALXEF. Valor Metals, heading a little bit lower. We do have a little bit of selling pressure in these areas there. So we are pulling on back. There's the one support line, second support line. Elevate coming on back, but the buyers came in and bought up a little bit. And then 92E, yeah, it's right there. So, I mean, it's it is tough. I'll be honest. It's tough coming in front of people because I know everybody wants their stocks to go up continually. The markets don't work that way. That's just the way it is. And we're getting a pullback. We're getting everything selling off. Everything is selling off. And in all honesty, guys, I'm not really doing anything. I don't sit there. I don't watch my account. If it comes to certain levels where we're at support and we see the buyer step in, I'm buying. How is my conviction so strong in all of these sectors? Because nothing is getting fixed. Our inventories are still being depleted. We are still in an energy crisis. We are still doing all this stuff. And I know a lot of people are going to be talking on Twitter and all these other things about, that their scenario of a crash is right or whatever it is. And then we hit a little pullback and they're going to be like cheering and all this other stuff. It's like, guys, the game isn't over here. If I were seeing, let's see what copper's doing. The telltale sign, if copper just dive bombs way out, I would be getting worried. If the copper to gold ratio, look at this, and it's basically flat. The copper to gold ratio is flat. I don't see any signs of a movement here. In fact, it's basically, I'd say, even bullish because it's broken to the upside. So copper's outperforming gold, and it's sitting on top of its pattern here. So in my opinion, I think they're just trying to scare us out of these stocks. That's what I think. I think the market's trying to scare you out of your shares, and that's fine. If they do that, so be it. I'll get some better shares, some better pricing on shares. But overall, I can sit through this pretty easily. I get worried about everyone else because everyone gets so afraid when their accounts go down, and you're just going to have to overcome it with time. You're going to have to see this stuff. And in the beginning of commodity bull markets, it's very volatile because things flip around all over the place. The easiness comes later when it just goes straight up. So I think we've had our first kind of stage move, and now we're flailing all around. It's trying to throw people and buck you off. But in all honesty, guys, it's not bucking me off. I'm not even worried about this. I'm more worried about other people. I'm not really worried about myself. And we've already had drawdowns since 2020, some pretty big ones. 50%, 40% drawdowns on the entire portfolio. And the rate that this is happening is pretty fast. It is pretty fast. But hang in there. Hang on to those shares. I don't know. I'm not selling my shares. I'll put it that way. I'm not selling mine. I'm looking for a buy point. And if the buy points come, that's when I buy. Again, I'm a machine. Turn off the emotions, focus on the pricing. I thought we had a good chance of breaking out here. I really did in uranium. It looks like we're going to have a little bit more of a pullback, a little bit more of a detour before the big move comes. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.